Hi folks, it's the Barbecue Wizard here, back to bring you another video. This time we're going to be answering the question I'm probably asked most frequently. So should I buy a gas barbecue or a charcoal barbecue, and what is the difference? I'm going to take you through both types of barbecue and outline the pros and cons for each. Okay, so first up, gas barbecues. So gas barbecues, obviously says it in the name, they use gas as their fuel source. Gas cylinders are usually butane or propane. And we'll start with the pros. So number one, and for me it's the only reason to even consider a gas barbecue, is instant heat. So you just turn on and you can start grilling straight away. It's handy for a midweek barbecue if you just come home from work and you fancy throwing on some burgers or something. Just turn it on and away you go. Number two, they're cleaner. There's no coals, no ash, nothing to clear it afterwards. Especially if you want to use full trays for your meat while grilling, there should be very little very little cleaning to actually do afterwards. Number three is their cost less to run. So the amount of barbecuing you could get done with one gas cylinder would cost you much more money in charcoal to do the same quantity over time. So the cons for gas barbecues, number one is the cost. They are substantially more expensive to purchase up front, although the running costs of the gas barbecue, as I said, would be cheaper over time. Number two, they're less portable. So they're harder to wheel around the garden or bringing it out of the shed or the garage because of the heavy gas cylinder underneath the bottom. Number three, and for me it's the biggest negative, is that you're missing that true charcoal barbecue taste. So for me, taste wise, they don't come close, and I wouldn't want to sacrifice the taste of the barbecue by going with a gas barbecue. Number four is they're less versatile than something like a 2-chamber charcoal barbecue. And don't worry, in a future video I'll explain what a 2-chamber charcoal barbecue is. But you will see as we go along, if you want to do the likes of a whole chicken in a beer can or a nice rack of baby back ribs, you're quite restricted with a gas barbecue. It is possible in most cases, but really they aren't designed for that. They're designed for grilling, burgers, sausages, steak. That's what they're made for, instant heat and a quick grill. So next we're going to have a look at charcoal barbecue and discuss that. Pros for a charcoal barbecue. Number one, they're much cheaper to buy. So you could buy a small charcoal barbecue for probably around 40 quid, 40 euro. Whereas a gas barbecue, they start in around, I don't know, 180, 200 euro. Number two is the taste. You get the real barbecue taste. For me, there's nothing better on a nice sunny day than the smell and taste of food on a charcoal barbecue. And you just don't get that with the gas. Number three, they're way more versatile. So you can cook virtually anything on them. Anything from 125 degrees Fahrenheit indirect heat, like a rack of ribs or something, all the way up to 400 degrees Fahrenheit on a searing hot steak. Okay, so the cons of a charcoal barbecue, the negatives. Number one is the time. They take time to heat up. You're looking at 20 to 25 minutes before you can start cooking on them. For some people, that just doesn't work, especially if you're trying to do a midweek barbecue after work. It can be frustrating when you're waiting around for your grills, your charcoal to heat up. What I recommend when you decide you're going to have that barbecue is get your charcoal on straight away and then do the food prep that you need to do. So by the time you have your food prep done, your charcoal should be ready to go. Number two is they're messier. You're burning things, it's going to make a mess. Plain and simple. You should really aim to clean out a charcoal barbecue every time you use it. Number three is they cost more to run over time. So initially they ain't going to cost you that much cheaper to get off the ground. But charcoal over time, especially if you're using the good lumpwood charcoal, which we will discuss in future videos that you should be using. If you're using the good charcoal, it will cost you more over time in fuel. And number four, negatives or cons for a charcoal barbecue, is they're generally harder to use if you're inexperienced. Now hopefully this channel is going to help you. Over time we're going to show you tips and tricks and things you can do with your charcoal barbecue, and you'll get more confident with it. But if you're just starting off, they are a little bit more difficult to use. And that's it for gas versus charcoal barbecue, the pros and cons. Have a look and see what you think is better for you. You have probably gotten the impression that I prefer charcoal barbecue, which of course I do. But I did start off in the gas barbecue for a couple of years, maybe 3 or 4 years. So, you know, I have a lot of time still for the gas barbecue. If you like my video, don't forget to like and share. If you're new to the channel, please click the subscribe button. It means so much to me. And also feel free to drop me a comment below to let me know what your thoughts of the video are. See you next time. Thanks. Bye bye.